Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have the pleasure of being joined by one of our newest council persons here at the City of LaGrange. I have on freshman council member Leon Childs Jr. Leon, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Alton, man. It's always a pleasure to be here with you.
You know what, Leon, I think, the last time we sat down and talked, we were talking about your after-school program, which is still going on and very strong.
Yes, sir.
And now it's a pleasure for me to sit down and call you councilman.
Isn't that something else?
It is remarkable to do that, Leon.
Yes, sir.
Having knowledge of you from my days growing up here, you growing up here, and now seeing the emerging leadership and leaders that are coming out of our community. I just want to say thank you for making yourself available for that public serviceship and the things that you will do and have already done for our city. So I just want to say publicly thank you for that already.
Man, I just want to say thank you for always inviting me to your show and always just being so cordial and polite whenever I see you, Alton. Whenever I see you, you're always smiling, always so nice, brother. Well, thank you for that.
Well, you know what? I think it's a lot of times that spirit draws other spirits when you have a pleasant look on your face.
I agree.
I tell my friends, don't come around me looking like you've been baptized in lemon juice, okay?
That's right. That's right.
Well, Leon, I know that you don't need an introduction, but if you don't mind, tell the people just a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir, Alton. Like you said, I'm an old head now. So been out here for a little while. I am your District 2 City Councilman. Also, I am the director of an after-school mentoring and tutoring program by the name of AGCAO. That is an acronym for Adaptive Growth and Cultural Advancement Organization. I am also the Community Engagement Associate for Groundswell. Groundswell is an energy efficiency, clean energy organization that helps people with renovations and repairs to their homes.
Oh my! So when you come out, hit the ground running, didn't you?
Hit the ground running, yes, sir.
Because there's so much to do here in our community, and it's one thing to talk about it and sit on the sidelines.
It is.
But when you get down in the trenches and you start doing the work, the view is totally different, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think an old friend told me that too. I think, yeah, you remember that old friend?
I know, that's right.
And I can say one thing for sure about that, you were totally right, 100%. It's a different story while you're on the other side of that bench talking, all kind of stuff, and you don't know the interworkings and the intertwinings to this machine that you want to join. But once you get in it, you come to see that there's a lot of moving parts to it.
Yes,
a lot of moving parts. Yes, sir.
A lot of moving parts there. Lynn, talk a little bit about you. You were elected back in December 2022.
Yes, sir.
A little less than 6 months. Talk about the experience and the things that you've noticed at this point.
The experience, Alton, is the community, they have received me very, very well. It's been a warm transition from civilian to elected official. I want to thank the whole entire community for trusting me with their vote. I plan on doing the right thing for not only District 2, but for all of LaGrange. Yeah. I think District 2, I have to put an emphasis on District 2 because it's got a little bit more work that it needs than District 1 does. And so it's been a great transition just for God to bless me to have the ability and for people to trust me to do this work out.
Yeah. And you talked a moment ago about groundswells. You guys are going into the community to do energy efficiency upgrades to homes in the community.
Yes, sir.
Is there a great need in our community for that, Leon?
Oh, man. The need is so great that it's going to take more than a groundswell. We're definitely going to do our part, but the housing stock, and I'm sure you know some of this too, because Alton, you and I, we're in the community together. We talk about myself, but your people, they probably just look at you like doing your City Week show, but you're ingrained in the community with this stuff. And so the housing stock that we see here, because some of the homes were built back in the 1920s, 1930s, so they're not energy efficient. The longer a house settles, it starts to separate, causing gaps and holes in the home. A lot of these homes, they have dinosaurs as AC units. They haven't had insulation in the home since they were built, since their inception. And so therefore that's causing all kind of creeps and holes and air going in and going out which is driving up utility costs. So groundswell, the stuff that we're doing, we're closing in the holes in the gaps, literally, as you speak. We're coming in and doing the insulation, we're doing the weatherization, we're replacing those HVAC systems. And it's not only driving utility costs down, but it's also giving that homeowner and that family a more comfortable place to live and to stay.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you're talking about that, you know, when maintenance is not done over home a long period of time, you're right. You have all those various things that happen to it to make it less comfortable.
Yes, sir.
And it's unfortunate a lot of times, and I know that you see this and know this too, a lot of times some of those are our seniors.
It is.
That are in those conditions.
It is, Alton.
And it's not healthy for them.
Not at all.
Not healthy for them. Well, you know, we appreciate you guys doing that, groundswells, and I know that one of the initiatives that Mayor Edmondson is presenting and pushing is basically looking at our housing stock and how we can improve it. And I just want to thank you and Groundswell for what you guys are doing.
Yes, sir. I want to thank you and the mayor for putting that together. I would like to say that Dr. Edmondson, since he came in, he already had a sense of the dire condition and need for housing here in LaGrange. But once he got into the mayor position, he hit the ground running.
Yes, sir.
We started going to these neighborhoods and we started seeing deplorable homes in the most richest nation. And homes are looking like third world countries. We actually have people living that way. And so that just touched the mayor, Dr. Emerson's heart. And so now he's putting together this team, this panel and stuff, and we're gonna tackle that issue out.
That's right, absolutely. And Lynne, I wanna shift because I know there's so much, and like you said, so many moving parts to our community, so many things that we can get involved in, and definitely we want people that want to be involved to come out, you know, to get involved because this is our community. And as you stated, it's not necessarily District 1, District 2. It's the city of LaGrange, citizens of LaGrange.
Yes, sir.
And when we all work together, we can make this community a better place to live. I want to touch now, Leon, on something that has basically come into our community. Well, not necessarily come into our community, it's been here, but we've been seeing a recent rash of just no love for one another.
Yeah.
Individuals just being gunned down, senseless violence in our community.
Yes, sir.
Easter Sunday morning, there was another killing over in a part of our community where a 20-year-old young person lost their life.
Yes, sir.
Your after-school program, talk a little bit about how your after-school program can provide assistance to individuals that want to come in and learn more about themselves, first of all,
yes, sir,
and learn more about how they can advance as your program, one of these acronyms in your work. Talk about that for us, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir, Alton. So I am a strong believer that mentoring and tutoring goes together like hand in glove. If I get your grades together, but your behavior is not good, it's still going to be detrimental to your growth. If I get your behavior together, but your grades are not good in school, it's going to have the same cataclysmic effect.
Yeah.
So once you bring both of those things into unison, the mentoring, I got your behavior in check. Yeah. I got you not talking about to your parents. I got you making good grades in school and stuff. By both of those things working together, now you're gonna be able to find you a career. Yeah. Because you're gonna go to college and you're gonna probably be a doctor, a lawyer, whatever. And your behavior, you're gonna know when you leave your parents, you're gonna know how to act when you go around other people in a different atmosphere.
That's right.
And so, with the violence and things that we see of that nature and stuff, Alton, if you ask the parents, they're going to pretty much blame the system, the police department, teachers, and other entities. If you ask these other entities, they're pretty much going to say, well, it starts at home. They're going to blame the parents. But I am a firm believer that if we keep blaming, we're going to get bogged down into the mud. We have to work together. Because there's enough blame to go around for all of us.
Yes, it is.
Like we were talking before the show, you know, there's some things, you know, that was done in the past that's still having a bad effect today. So, but now we can no longer afford to blame one another. We just got to work together. And I think we can save a lot of lives that way out.
Very good. And you know, Leon, and you and your organization, and as well as other organizations, see that, believe that, not just talk that, but you guys do that too.
Yes, sir.
I know that you and one of the other councilman body are doing various things in our community to help young people to realize that they're important.
True.
They're needed.
Yes, sir.
Because they are the next generation of leaders, and if they're not taught and trained, then they're not going to be able to carry the torch when it's handed to them.
Man, you're so right. You're so right. And that's really what it's all about. Being able to pass the baton, pass the torch, as you say, to the next upcoming emerging leaders. But one of the things what I've realized, Alton, is that we just can't pass that baton, that torch. We have to prepare them.
That's
you
right.
know, they have to be prepared to receive this.
Yes.
You know, and so that's one of the main things that I've, just paid attention to. And as little as 5, 6 years old, we have to start preparing these kids early out.
Absolutely.
Early.
And you know what? You have a program that's coming up to do just that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Youth Summit 2023.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that for us.
Yes, sir. So for the entire community, we decided to get together some partners in the community and organizations. We got together people such as Jaja Hurd, the CEO of the LaGrange Housing Authority. We have Mion Rose, which is the owner of Rhodes Casual Dining.
Yep.
Miss Montez Cameron, which is, she's very huge in the community.
Yeah.
She owns Teens R Us. Commissioner Jimmy McCamey, Monica Hill, which is Miss Montez's daughter, and myself. We all decided to come together because there's been so much negativity and violence in the community. So we said, you know what? We need to have a youth summit. The youth summit is geared around families, children, parents, District 1, District 2, West Point, Hogansville, just the entire Troup County community. On that day, we will start at 10 till 4. We will have vendors or food trucks, but we also will have resource tables as well. All too often, Alton, we hear about, well, the kids, they don't have anything to do. They don't have nothing to do. So that's why we did this 2 weeks before they got to school. They got out of school on May the 24th. So this was strategically planned because 2 weeks before they got out of school, now you have an event that's going to have like hundreds of organizations where you can go ahead and sign up for their program. For this summer. You're going to have information from the Troup County school system. You're going to have Jerome Cofield's organization there, Kane Bradford organization, LaGrange Housing organizations. You're just going to have an array of organizations that's there to sign up kids for summer activities, but they're also going to be able to have free refreshments, free food. You're going to have gift cards where you can win gift cards, $25, $50, $100.
Wow.
We're going to have a Dunkin' booth. We're going to have a talent show. We're gonna, it's just gonna be an awesome
exciting.
Day. It's gonna be an awesome day.
Exciting.
Yes, sir.
So that's on May the 13th from 10 a.m. starting at 10 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Lasting up until 4 p.m.
That is correct, Alton.
Wow, that's great. And again, we just want our students to understand that we're here. Leon and all of the various other individuals that you name are here to have you something to do.
Yes, sir.
And it's incumbent upon them to come out and take full advantage of it, isn't it?
That is correct, Alton. Unfortunately, we cannot make people participate in anything.
Right.
The only thing we can do is bring forth initiatives and bring forth ideas and programs for the betterment of the community. Just hope that you guys will come and participate.
That's right. Well, as we close out, Leon, these segments, I'm featuring an African-American spotlight every month. And I just want you to know that you're part of that spotlight for ECHA, which is Enlightenment Center for African American History, which we'll be starting a history center to help us to remember and to reflect on that history. And I just wanted to just mention this. You now have joined the long ranks of African American council persons, Glenn Robinson,
yes, sir,
Frank Cox, Reverend J.R. Ware, Willie Edmondson, Legree McCamey, Norma Tucker, Nathan Gaskin. So you are now within that ranks of those African Americans who have served this community. So for that, I just want to say thank you once again, and definitely we want to come back.
Most definitely.
After the summit, we're going to definitely get a report of how things went, and definitely want to come back in about a year just to see how things are going as far as councilmanship is going with you.
Yes,
okay?
sir. We'll make sure we do it. I'm so humble and so honored to be a part of the all those distinguished men and women that you just named. So thank you very, very much for that, Alton.
Absolutely. And I left out Quay Body. He's the freshman.
He's the freshman. That's right.
But he is among that ranks of African American leadership here within our community.
Yes,
Again, I say thank you. Thank you for being my guest today, too.
Anytime, Alton.
All right.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, my man.
Yes, sir.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Now I have a special guest that's here to share some very, very valuable information with us about an upcoming event that will be taking place on May the 6th over at Granger Field. I have none other than Maria Harris. Maria, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you so much for having me here today, Alton.
Well, it's a pleasure to sit down with you, Maria. You just come in and just brighten up our studio here, so I just say thank you for that. Maria, but we're here to talk about something that's very near and dear to you and something that is in our community that we definitely want to continue to bring awareness to.
That's right.
And also we want to make sure that there are individuals that are suffering with this disease, that they are not forgotten.
That's right.
Maria, tell us just a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Okay, about myself? Okay, well, I'm Maria Harris, and I started this nonprofit, 50 Shades of Pain, because I've went through different illnesses with lupus, and so I know the different shades of pain with it. So I named it 50 Shades of Pain because it affects everyone differently. Some people might have just joint pain, but other people it's attacking their organs, and so that's why I came up with this nonprofit, because we want to make it visible. It's really invisible. People say you don't look sick, but you know, really we're living in pain daily, and it is attacking your organs and different things like that. So we want to bring awareness to what that is, and I also want to be able to help other survivors if they're out sick or, you know, off of their job, just need some help with transportation or whatever it is, because it can be expensive when you're going through it. Like if you're having to take chemo and different things like that, we are here to help them with that. And this year, our theme is Together We Can Win This Fight. Okay. So we're always going to be here with them, encouraging them. This year, we're going to encourage them to exercise more. We have a counselor that has volunteered to actually counsel our survivors free of charge. So that's another thing that we're excited about, because, you know, he said he's have experienced several people with lupus that's living with daily pain and depression. So it's important that we just be there for them, not only financially, but emotionally as well.
Absolutely. And I mentioned that it's going to be on Saturday, May the 6th. Give them the registration and start time and where again, if you don't mind. May the 6th at Granger Park Track and Field. Registration will start at 8 a.m. and the walk will start about 9 o'clock. We will have vendors there. We'll have everybody's familiar with Kane and Kristen. They'll be doing some scratches, getting us started. We have a DJ, so it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of awareness. All right, and then you have on this beautiful purple shirt. I know that I think like every month now is an awareness month, but May is going to be Lupus Awareness Month, correct? Yes, sir. May is Lupus Awareness Month, so we're asking everybody to help us paint the town purple for Lupus Awareness Month. Different businesses, we have asked them to decorate their doors in purple, and we're asking everybody, if you have purple shirts or anything you have, just wear your purple and just help us bring awareness for May for Lupus Awareness Month. And
We are also asking if if you want to participate, come out and participate that day. But we also in need of sponsors, vendors, door prizes. Just any donation will help us out, and we are a nonprofit, so it will be tax deductible. So we're just asking for your support in any way that you can.
Okay. How can they get one of the T-shirts? Or are they available?
The T-shirts, well, this is last year's shirt, but we do have this year's shirt with the theme, Together We Can Win This Fight.
Okay.
And the shirts will be $15.
Okay.
And we do have, you can pay by Cash App, which is 50 Shades, written out 50 Shades of Pain Incorporated, $50 Shades of Pain Incorporated. You can go on our website, which is 50shadesofpain.org.
Okay.
So those are ways that you can donate. Once you go on their website, just go to the Walk for 2023, and you'll see all of that information on our website.
All right. And you were telling me that the funding that you raised, of course you're a nonprofit, but you all made a donation, I think it was last year, to a young lady, a 20-year-old young lady.
Yes, sir.
Talk about that if you don't mind.
Yes, sir. Her name was Aaliyah Brown. She's 20 years old, and at that time she was 20 years old, and she was in need of her second kidney. Her mom gave her her first kidney, and she got sick during COVID again, so now she needs a second kidney. We were able to donate $3,000 to her to help with her expenses and different things that she would need. So we're also in need of your help for that. If you are healthy and think that you might be able to donate a kidney to Leah, she is still in need of a kidney because she got sick this past year, so she had to go on the inactive list, but now she's back active again, and she does still need a kidney. So if you're interested in thinking that you can help her with that, also you can reach us. Our number is 706-668-5266. Or if you go on our website, once again, 50shadesofpain.org, I'll get you that information, and she will be very appreciative because we do want to make sure that she gets a kidney soon.
Okay. Very good information. And definitely, I know in the community that we reside in is a very caring community, very giving community. And I know that this year, the third annual Lupus Walk will be a success over at Granger Field there on Saturday, May the 6th. So, Maria, thank you for coming on and sharing this information. And we definitely want to make sure that you come back again to kind of give us an update on things, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And as every week, I'm visited by someone special from next door to kind of give us a rundown of all the things that are happening in our city, and that is none other than Lynne Holle. Lynne, I know that this past week was filled with stuff.
Ooh, it was busy.
It was busy, right?
It was.
So I know that you have another lineup of great events that's taking place, right?
We do.
Oh, wow. I'm ready to hear about it.
Okay. Hello and welcome to City Scenes. I'm your host, Lynne Holle from Visit LaGrange. Today we're going to be talking about all of the events that will be happening during the week of May 1st through May 7th. So let's get started. Thursday, May 4th at 6:30 p.m., Callaway Band Spring Concert at Callaway Auditorium. Join Callaway Bands for a night of new beginnings under the new direction of Mr. Jason Hernandez. The address is 801 Dallas Street, LaGrange. That's Callaway Auditorium, 6:30 p.m. The doors open at 6. Reserve your tickets. Pay your price. Only a certain amount of tickets. Also, on May 4th, Southern rock icons 38 Special are bringing the heat to LaGrange at Sweetland Amphitheater. After more than 4 decades, 38 Special continues to bring their signature blast of Southern rock to over 100 cities a year. At each and every show, thousands of audience members are amazed by the explosive power of the band's performance. Their many gold and platinum album awards stand in testament to the endurance of a legendary powerhouse. Set your summer off on the right foot on May 4th with the Night of Rock and Roll. The show starts at 8. The doors open at 6:30. Hope to see you there. Friday, May 5th from 5 until 10 p.m., Cinco de Mayo at Wild Leap LaGrange. Join us at Wild Leap LaGrange to celebrate our annual Cinco de Mayo celebration. Event highlights are exclusive one-day only small batch beers, cocktails and slushies, live music, brewery games. All ages are welcome. Free entry. Please don't bring any outside food or beverage as they're not permitted. Friday, May 5th at 7 p.m., My Son Pinocchio Homeschool Spring Musical at Franklin Road Baptist Church. Join us for Homeschool Drama Club's Spring Show. Also Friday, May 5th from 6 until 9 p.m., Free Your Mind, Face the Music exhibit at Cochran Gallery. Art exhibit Free Your Mind by Michael Carpenter and photography exhibit Face the Music by Roger Stevenson. Opening reception at 6 p.m. on May 5th at the Cochran Gallery in LaGrange, Georgia. Alton, those are some of the events that are going to be taking place in and around LaGrange during the week of May 1st through the 7th. So there's a lot to choose from, and I can't believe it's already May.
May already, isn't it?
It's crazy, isn't it?
Right. We almost about half of the year is just battered 9. It's gone, right?
I know it.
Well,
We've got a lot going on in LaGrange.
We got a lot going on. And I think with all your great events, that just kind of helps it to go even a little bit faster sometimes.
Yes, maybe.
Oh, wow. Well, Lynn, thank you for always coming on and sharing that information for us.
You're welcome.
Okay? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining City Week this week. My guests have been District 2 Councilperson, Mr. Leon Childs Jr., newly elected to District 2, and he talked a little bit about his first 5 months as an elected official, and also some of the things that are planned for the future. Also, one of those things is the Youth Summit 2023 that will be taking place in downtown LaGrange on May the 13th, starting at 10 a.m., lasting until 4 p.m. So we invite all of our youth and vendors and businesses to come out and support our youth as we give them alternatives for being out in the streets. Ladies and gentlemen, also, we had on Miss Maria Harris that talked about the upcoming 3rd annual Lupus Walk that will be held on Saturday, May the 6th, over at Granger Track. That will be registration starting at 8 a.m. The walk will start about 9. And as well, the theme for this year is Together We Are Here to Win This Fight. So ladies and gentlemen, come on out and support the 3rd annual Lupus Walk over at Granger Track and Field. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed my guest this week. And as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.